Protesters are demonstrating against a decision to house asylum seekers at RAF Scampton. And it's exactly 1 year today since the Home Office planned to put 2,000 migrants there were revealed as the government tries to reduce its reliance on expensive hotels. Well, joining me now is Save Our Scampton campaigner Sarah Carter. Sarah, thank you so much for joining us on the show. 1 year on and you're still doggedly protesting on. What's the latest on the ground? Do you think you're any nearer to stopping this, or are you still fearful, as many are, that they will still press on and put 2,000 military-aged men in the historic base of Dambusters RAF Scampton?
Well, you have to remember that we're dealing with the Home Office here, so nothing is ever clear. I mean, we're nearly at the end of Section Q, which is the emergency powers the Home Office have given themselves to be able to use Scampton for the last year. So we're nearly at the end of that, and as yet they've not submitted an application for an SDO, which would give them 3 years more planning permission. So we're just sort of on tenterhooks at the moment, waiting to find out what their next move is.
And Sarah, can you explain to those who may not be fully up to speed with your protests just why, in your mind, this site is completely unsuitable for the purpose the Home Office is intending?
It's unsuitable on so many levels. For the fact that they've admitted that we will actually be an experiment, because they've not done a site like this before, not with such a huge number, but also so close to a residential estate and also bordering a primary school as well. So that on one level. The fact that the local council have been working for 15 years to make sure that when RAF Scampton closed, it was not just going to become another housing estate or an industrial estate, and it was actually going to have its history and its heritage protected. So, you know, £300 million of private investment into Lincolnshire, another reason. It's just on every level, it's the wrong idea.
And Sarah, with crushing predictability, sadly, great swathes of the media would refer to people like you as far-right extremists. What would you say to that?
I say to them, look, if you're going to call me racist, then you might as well call me sexist as well, because they're planning to put 2,000 men here. Where do you draw the line at the name-calling?
But how does it make you feel when concerned members of the community with legitimate concerns for safety, for overcrowding, for the pressure on public services, all of that is totally legitimate, and yet your legitimate issues are just smeared and brushed aside as if you don't matter? What does that make you feel about the priorities that Britain is placing upon its own citizens?
It's really frustrating. I mean, you're speaking to people that sort of live in the area, you get to hear their concerns on a daily basis, and to have the Home Office saying that they are consulting with us is sort of beyond a joke. We have meetings with the Home Office and they give us a lecture, and we ask them questions and we never get the answers to that. They just don't seem to know themselves what is happening.
And Sarah, it's 1 year on now, it's the birthday, a birthday none of you no doubt wanted to get to, and yet here you are doggedly fighting on. What's next? What's the future? When does this end?
Well, there's no celebration and definitely no cake today, but what's next? We're going to carry on fighting. We're not giving up. We're going to be a thorn in the Home Office's side until they've actually withdrawn from this. And I know that Sir Edward Lee was talking today and mentioning about maybe having a compromise. But even if you stick 200 migrants in the accommodation block here, with regards to saving money, which is why they wanted to use Scampton, that's only going to save £2,000 a day out of, you know, a potential 8 million. Is it really worth risking a delay on the Heritage Centre to save £2,000 a day?
OK, well, Sarah Carter from Save Our Scampton campaign. A great many people, I'm sure, watching this will be very, very appreciative of what you're doing, and they'll be very, very thankful for you for taking a stand, not just for RAF Scampton, not just for Scampton, but perhaps for the entire country. Sarah Carter, happy first birthday, and I really, really hope you get the resolution you want. Thank you.